Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3 Africa. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and today we are going to be starting a brand new country with a brand new goal in mind. Indeed, we are. We are going to try and turn Egypt, that is right, Egypt, into a police state, and we're going to do that in a couple of ways, actually, and I'll talk about this. Let's call ourselves the police party, right? Because, you know, not like the band or whatever, but there we go. The police party. We can be against the all people's party, whatever. Term limited 2, very, very nice indeed. I think that is going to be totally appropriate. Term length can be 4 years. That is perfect, and all of this is grand. We will just go ahead in. And I'll show you what we're going to try and do. And what we're going to try and do is going to be fairly difficult, actually. I think I've set the challenge meter quite high with this one. Congratulations on your election victory. Welcome to your new job as president. Why, thank you. I would love to be president of Egypt. The lives of all 84,550,000 citizens are now in your hands. As you will imagine, the number of situations and concerns that you'll need to deal with, great. Who cares? GDP, low. Health, low. Education, low. Unemployment, pretty high. Crime, pretty low. Poverty, middling, to be honest. And something interesting about Egypt is that the corruption meter starts very, very high. Higher than the 2 countries that we've already played as of right now, which would be Mauritius and Botswana. So, corruption is a big deal. Okay, anyway. Let us sort of detail exactly what I want to do to turn this into a police state. And we're already sort of there, but we're nowhere near as close as I want us to be. So basically, in my ideal world of this police state, we would have all of these policies active, and all of them would be fully green. Okay? So that is what we're going to try and achieve. It's going to be very, very, very challenging, because the liberals... Holy cow. Liberals are not a fan, to be honest. But I think that we should make sure that we try and decrease the membership of liberals, and if that means keeping our country very, very unstable, then that's maybe something that we need to think about, you know, keeping around. Because let's face it, if the stability goes up, then we're going to be in a pretty bad position, and the liberals are going to start joining. You know, we're going to have more liberals, which is not great. We could get... What can we do about violent crime? And violent crime increases liberalism just naturally, so I don't think there's much that we can do about that. But, there's a lot of bother going on here, and also we've got a heck of a lot of political capital to actually deal with it. So I guess this is probably one of the specific tenets of Egypt, is that you start with 90 political capital. Maybe that's just a bug, but I'm guessing that it's probably not a bug. I'm guessing it's probably, since you've got so much shit to deal with, you know, you've got a lot of political capital to muck around with. How's our finances looking? Very bad. Very, very bad. The global economy is just peaking at the moment. GDP is basically non-existent. And debt is very, very, very high. Very, very, very high. Holy cow. Are we using pounds here? Is that the currency that's actually used? I think it is. Okay, let's call it Egyptian pounds then, I guess. I mean, I know that Egypt used to be a former British colony, but I think it used to be a former British colony, but I'm not entirely sure. But okay, we've got a lot of problems. We've got a lot of problems. So I guess maybe we can cut back on expenditure. State pensions could be slashed a little bit. Is this the right thing to do, though? We can save a little bit of money here, but, you know, only like 30 billion or so, and 30 billion is not nearly enough to make that difference that we need. And we've got a deficit of 71 billion. 71 billion. That is a lot of money. I mean, military spending, maybe we reduce this as well. If we actually cut back on everything, is that gonna fuck the country up even further? I mean, are we at risk of anybody sort of hating us? Not really. I mean, I'm sure that we'll see some movements in the in the intel reports, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. We've got oil wealth apparently, which is kind of nice, boosting our GDP by a little bit. How is our GDP? Like, why is it so bad as well? We need to check this out. Gender inequality, skill shortage, uncompetitive economy. Okay, what is easiest to fix here, I guess? Because we really need to get our GDP up. But at the same time, if we get our GDP up, then that may well lead to a stability increase. Well, yes, it would. It literally would lead to a stability increase. And at the moment, our stability is being held down by the fact that our GDP is pretty darn bad. But at the same time, I want to get our GDP up so we're not actually losing, like, shit tons of money. We've got an ancient wonder, which increases tourism. Basically worthless. Natural wonder. Basically worthless as well. I mean, the effect of tourism, yeah, that's great, but who really gives a shit? I mean, tourism is easy to manipulate anyway. We've got foreign intelligence interference, which is apparently due to the fact that our stability is so darned low, and our intelligence services can do nothing about it, which is pretty irritating. Now, ideally, we would like to bump up a whole bunch of intelligence services and police services and stuff like that, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is going wrong here. There is a lot of stuff that is going wrong here. We could actually get rid of female genital mutilation, I think. I think that that should be pretty easy to do. Is that in welfare? There should be, yes, female genital mutilation ban. This should be pretty easy to do. It's pretty cost effective, I guess, and it's going to make the Liberals super happy with us. I say super happy with us. Happier than they have ever been with us before, I think. Technically, yes, because, yeah, they're not very happy with us right now. So that's a good start, I think. That is by no means a good place to finish. So education is renownedly bad. That's gender equality. Power blackouts. Power blackouts, I haven't even seen those things. Where are they? Over here. Because we've apparently got really, really dodgy infrastructure. My god. Poor transport links. Yeah, you're telling me. Jeez Louise, this is a whole bunch of problems. Well, you know what? I like a challenge. I like a challenge, and if we don't get assassinated, then that's gonna be damn good. Democracy. I'm honestly not bothered about democracy being super low, apart from the fact that it leads to a civil uprising. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great at all. Let's try and improve our stability a little bit. But let's not go overboard, okay? Let's not go completely overboard. So, gender representation measures. I think this is going to be good. It's going to reduce gender inequality. It's going to make the Liberals happy with us. And it's going to boost a little bit of democracy, which is what we like to see. It did cost 30 political capital, so that is an awful lot to be mucking around with. But I think we should be fine. We're also going to be looking for a couple of, you know, like, kind of bullshit policies. You know the ones that I'm talking about. Let me find them. What are they? Are they here? Where are the bullshit policies? Yeah, like government code of conduct. Yeah, so stuff like this. And I don't know, what was the other one? There was another one like, I don't know, patent law or something. You know, like a whole bunch. What is this? No, we don't want that. State religion, we don't want state religion either. Open plan government offices. Yes, let's go for that. We're going to upset some state employees, but I'm not that bothered, to be honest. State employees are kind of happy with us right now, so we can kind of afford to make them unhappy. No, public services, here we go. International election observers. You know, why does this make Liberals unhappy? Well, whatever, we're having it. We're getting it so that our democracy is going to be just a smidgen better. Ah, yes, democracy's up there. Yeah, fingers crossed that's going to make our democracy a little bit better. But, yeah, we need our democracy to be a heck of a lot better. And then we can get a damn bit of money, you know? The more foreign aid we get, the better. So I guess we need to try and improve our democracy. That's what we're going to try and do. Right of demonstration. Yeah, let's change this around, actually. It is going to technically perpetuate the civil uprising. But at this point, fuck it. Doesn't really matter. We just want to make sure that our democracy is in a good place. I think that's a good place to start. So let's just try and improve our democracy a little bit. Torture use. This is actually something that we are going to need for the... Something for the... police state mission objective that we sort of set ourselves. Torture use there. So we're going to have to keep that one around, I'm afraid. What else? Press freedom. Yep, we're going to bump up press freedom. Because we need to. Improve our democracy. Right of demonstration. Minority sexualities. We don't really care about upsetting anybody, but ideally we'd like to... We can't actually raise it. We don't have the political capital to do that. We'll think about that for next turn, I think. Corruption, we don't really want to muck around with too much. Corporal punishment. None, I guess. Can lower this. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? So we're actually enacting a whole bunch of policy changes right here. So I don't really know how this is going to have an effect, but it really should have a pretty big effect over the next couple of turns. And saving for that minority sexuality legislation change would be really, really good. So I think that we're gonna save onto our current political capital. We're gonna save up our current political capital, and we're gonna go to the next turn in a hope that we're gonna be fine. Now, bear in mind, we do still have a deficit actually. Do we want to cut back on anything? Like, can we? We can't cut back on state pensions, and I'm pretty sure that we probably aren't going to be... Oh, we can actually cut back on military spending. Do we want to... I think we want to... I think we just want to get our total bill down. Like, the bill of the government, we need to just absolutely slash. So we'll try. We'll try to do it, but it's going to be kind of challenging. Okay, oil drilling opportunity. Oil companies are keen to get permission to drill in a part of the country. Let's allow... Let's hold on to that decision for a little bit. Global economic thingy is doing well. That's great. Oh, are you kidding me? Did our interest go up? I think our debt interest just went up. Shit. Fuck. 22 billion per turn. Fuck my life. That is really bad. And what about democracy? Is democracy getting off the ground? I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to get off the ground for a little while yet. Now, we could change this right now. Alternatively, we could cut back on the cost of pensions. And this is going to be a really, really bad thing to do because people are going to get upset with us. But we're going to be saving a lot of money. And let's face it, we really need to get a lot of money, especially since our largest source of income is government borrowing. Next turn, in fact, do we have enough political capital this turn? We've got 65 political capital. Maximum minister political capital. Why are we going over that consistently? I don't understand why we're going over that consistently. Leader capital? 34. Is this a new thing that we get? Leader capital? I don't understand that, but I think that we are going to have to adjust the income tax, and we're going to have to put it up by like 50 billion or so. And that's going to make a lot of people upset with us, but in all honesty, I think that it's by far the best thing to do. In fact, can we bump it up to 40%? Just so that we're safe? I feel that bumping it up to 40% is a good idea, because honestly, I do not want to deal with financial problems when I'm trying to turn this place into a police state. But we are trying to make this area democratic, and we can actually modify this right now, I think. There we go. Equal rights. Boom. Fantastic. We're out of political capital 100%, but we should be getting 30 plus 0 extra. Okay, so I still don't know how this works. Oil drilling opportunity. I think we're going to deny it, actually. I think we're going to prevent the drilling, because environmentalists don't like us, and I don't really want them to form any groups against us or whatever. Corporal punishment. I scaled that back when I probably shouldn't have. Little bit of membership in the extremist groups, but that's okay. We can cope with that. We can work around that. Extreme nationalism. Fuck. Fuck. That is really annoying. Children's food. Regulate children's food. It doesn't really make a difference. We're really not popular. We're the most unpopular we've ever been. The peak value was at 4% popularity. Great. However, we are running a surplus. So that is good news. And we can sort of forget about our financial problems for now and focus on the rest of the country's problems. Apparently we get leader capital. I just don't know what this is. I do not know what this is. I guess this is just something to boost up your normal political capital, because this is either such a difficult country, or maybe it was a patch that I just happened to miss. But this FGM ban is really, really good to see. A lot of people hating on us right now. But this is good. We are trying. We are absolutely trying. How's the skill shortage looking? University grants. Let's bump this right up, okay? Let's absolutely bump this right up. Should make a very big difference to the skills shortage. Education, state schools. Yeah, let's bump this up as much as we can. Although we don't really have the money to bump it up. Let's bump it up by 10 million or so. We're going to be cutting it pretty darn close, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is not really... It's not really doing this. This oil wealth is not really doing what it should be doing. We should be making money, but we're just stuck in this area of negative GDP, which is very, very pesky. I'd love to get rid of this corporation tax because, it's really bad. But honestly, I don't think we can. Is there any possibility of us introducing the flat tax, the flat income tax? I think that we probably should actually introduce this. Now, this is going to piss pretty much everybody off, but it's going to make us shit tons of money. And I think we'll aim for 100 billion. 100 billion is not a bad target. It's going to piss a lot of people off, right? It's going to piss an absolute shit ton of people off. But if we can just get that money, then fingers crossed, we can just, get rid of our debt interest here, because we're literally spending 23 billion a turn. 23 billion a turn. 23 billion a turn on debt interest. That is not good. So we're going to introduce this policy on a temporary basis. And as you can see, the surplus is now huge. So we should be able to work through, this mountain of debt over a period of, well, not a long time, but not exactly a short time either. Let's go to the next turn and see if people hate us. Because I'm pretty sure that they probably will. Oh, no. Stifling of the democratic process. Me, Mr. Orbital Potato, who has tried to increase democracy. What on earth am I doing that is wrong? Military interference. It's basically the fact that our stability is so darn low. Ugh, like what? Why would you walk out when I'm literally trying my very, very hardest to make a difference here? I don't know. People can do whatever they want to do. That's fine. That's okay. What I'm really concerned about is just making sure that nobody converts to the angry group. If anybody converts to the angry group, then we could be in a little bit of bother. But as you can see, our debt is starting to come down. Our income is starting to skyrocket, which is really, 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 really nice to see. But in all honesty, we're not going to be able to do much with that if we're dead. So that's why I'm just constantly trying to check up on exactly what is going on in the security briefings. But hey ho, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for watching this first episode as Egypt when we try to turn it into a police state. Hopefully you'll join me next time for some more Democracy at Democracy 3 Africa. Mixing up my words there. Until next time, folks. Bye.